So ends the backstory arc for Matamine and the explanation and development of Yo and Anna. I have to say, this was very impressive. Seeing how Anna was before and how unstable she was to who she is now, totally in control, but she still hides her feelings here and there. But they'll leak every now and then. Even she herself can get surprised and could be upset, as we've seen in previous episodes of the series. But now we see the basis of it and the things that she has to do. Her powers are like, ravens and stuff, where they have to constantly be in control of it, and just being too emotional could completely upset the balance of her powers. She was just like how, but so she could also conjure up demons based off her malice within her heart and soul of the things that she went through as a child. She probably called witch the demon child and all the other stuff, and was kicked out. Yeah, we say, oh, what jerky parents, but then you gotta understand what the parents are going through as well. I'm not gonna get into all that. I'm trying to stay more focused onto the episode itself. Seeing how, Yo only spent only a few days with Matamine, I wish it was more than that, or they introduced him more to it, but Matamine was traveling around and understanding what Matamine was. So the entire time, was being attacked by not just demons, but also oversouls. Matamine was an oversoul. He was using Furoku to stay in that stabilization of Hao. That shows how powerful Hao is. The fact that that cat that he met in his first life was able to stay in that state, that oversoul state, for so long, travel the world and fight, and choose to just finally disappear with no regrets. Shows how powerful Yo is. How is, I mean. How can just keep that kind of Furuko, just keep running for such a long time, even after him dying um, a couple of times and coming back to life. Is very, very interesting. I'm surprised he didn't run into Hal when Hal was re-resurrected. Yo was probably in his elementary school time during his during his during this period. So I'm pretty sure Hal's out there somewhere. He's probably collecting people, but he probably heard what Hal was doing. Nonetheless, so he thought something was up. Because after all, this cat is over 500 years old, probably to around 1,000, because it is during the time he was found by Lord Howe when Lord Howe had his first life, where people didn't fear him and he was seen as a very powerful lord. Now, with Anna and Yo's relationship, we see how, somehow Yo is becoming more mature, understanding the possibility of losses, not fully understanding the things that was happening around him. He didn't realize he was battling and using oversouls, using the technique that he uses with Amidamaru, but he actually used with Mutamine first as an oversoul, the Demon Slayer. So realizing that itself is more eye-opening for that. Usually when you use something, you get used to it when you constantly use it. It becomes like second nature. But now he had to learn it all over again because it was such a long time ago. So his perspective, it's always amazing how our perspective is like when we're kids. We may see something interesting or amazing as children, but as we grow up, we understand if we could relive that situation, like, oh, that's what this happened, that's what really happened, compared to our perspective as children, which was interesting. The only part I kind of wish happened is that we get to see how Yo was before Yo was Yo. Because Yo wasn't always the way he acted too as well. He changed. In fact, he changed when he put on the headphones. The cool thing about Yo is that when he has the headphones on, he doesn't really have them over his ears, but behind the ears instead. Showing he's listening, he's like his music, he's chilled out. But he wasn't always like that. But in fact, I believe it was a certain woman he met in his life that made him change his worldview. So there's also that. I wish it would animate that, but that's in one of the, all the short stories of most people's origins or their side stories of what they've been through throughout the adventures. Now we get to move on back to the main plot. I said this plot was worth it, in my opinion, Really worth it, eye opening. We see people in a different light. Even Hal himself, how Hal was generous and how he saw things differently and why he became who he was, you know, who he is even now. He became like that because he could sense all the malice. He knew that the world was going to go into a wrong direction, which may be still true. So he wants to at least move into a direction, do his bidding as well. Like, hey, I'm going to change it. I'll change it to my way, because see, like the way they're doing right now, kind of sucks. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. He rescues Anna. Anna has a strong front now, crying after she left the train and stuff. Nice. And even explained to Nicholas that how Lord, yeah, Yo wears. I keep saying their names like Lord and Hal. It only sounds similar, but here I am getting confused. Like the people in the TV show when they see Yo, he's all angry, and they see Lord Hal and stuff. Well, anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm excited to see now what they're gonna do with it. Now that Yo is dropped out, what else is left for him to do? We'll have to wait to find out. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Madcrownxox, all anime. Signing out.